Hi, my name is Cristina, and I'm not a programmer, and I think there is very few non-programming people here. I'm here to talk about Rails Girls. That's what I'm doing to try to get into programming, and well, I hope you like it. I'm gonna ask first, how many women are here? Like, can you stand or raise your hands? Okay. No, that's a joke. Okay, we have 3 girls. That's very, very little, and that's a problem that we have everywhere in software development. Like, there are so many guys and so few girls, and if you want more girls in software development, raise your hands. Okay, many more men that want women in software than women in software. So I think I wanted to find something interesting to tell you. I just don't want to come here and talk about how girly girl we are and so on. So I was thinking about why people, like why programmers want to be programmers, why programmers learn to code. And I found 3 reasons. I was asking people in the conference for 3 days and traveling here with the car. There is 3 reasons why people want to learn to program. One is fun, because programming is fun. Programming is games. Programming is you have a computer with no internet connection and you can do funny things with it, this black screen with white type font. I remember this screen. Another one is empathy. You have your friends that have their computers with no internet and play games, and suddenly all of your friends are coding and reading these programming magazines and so on, and you want to be one of those because the group pressure is just, you can't confront it. And the other reason to learn to program is work, because programmers have cool jobs. You can work from home in your pajamas, you can travel, you go to conferences, they pay your hotel, they pay your meals, you go for drinks, like yesterday. So it's all good. I mean, it's great reasons to learn to program. But why would women want to learn to program? Like, the other question is, why do people want to learn to program? In our case, is why would we want to learn to program? And traditional reasons, like most common reasons, don't really apply for us. Fun? Sure, it's fun, but we play with Barbies, we play with baby toys, and we have this kind of different way of understanding what funny is. For you, I'm sure playing with Barbies is not fun. The other one is empathy. Our friends are not programmers, so our empathy is, yes, she bought this new Barbie caravan toy, and I want one of those as well. And the other one is work, and for us, I mean, typically female jobs are more in social environments like teaching or consulting or medical care. We are not very attracted by technical positions. And you can also see this in other disciplines of science. Like, there are not many women in biology, there are not many women in engineering. So same happens with software development. But we have other reasons. I was asking women around me, why would you want to learn to code? And I came out with some user stories. I'm learning to program, so I have to take care of these user stories learning. We want to know how and why things work. For me, this is a very important reason to learn programming. I want to know how my computer works. I have 3 computers at home, and I have no idea how they work. So this is why I want to know why. I don't want to be spending my money in one machine and not knowing more than 20% about it. Then another reason is we want to have a better communication at work. Nowadays, a lot of women, we start working in software companies as well. I work in a software company. It's called Cobot. We make software for co-working spaces. And I am not a developer, but my colleagues are. And I need to speak the same language they do. We were talking yesterday night about programming is the new language, is the new English, is the language that will let us move around and get better jobs. So understanding basics of programming is interesting for being better at our jobs. We also want to know what our friends do. It's not only about work. I shared flat with 3 programmers, and they were all day long in front of their screens, and I didn't know what they were doing, and I really wanted to understand why and why they were so trapped by it. We also want to have access to a great job. I work in the business side of a software company, and I have the feeling that programmers make a lot more money than I do, and they have much more challenging jobs. You face problems. You are not solving daily tasks. You are facing like, wow, my customer or my idea is this problem and I want to make it good, and you have to find your way around and you have to design your architecture and so on. I think this is really interesting, and I would like to do it at some point as well. Not for a living, but try it. And last, people want to be able to make their own ideas. I met women in Rails Girls. They had, I have this idea for a software product, and it would be an application that does this and that, but I need 5 programmers to make it because I can't do it. So to have a minimum viable product, you need other people, and that sucks. So if we want to learn to program for all these reasons, why don't we learn to code? I meet lots of girls that want to learn programming, and I like it, I like computers, but they don't move forward. And the same happened to me. And the reasons why we don't learn how to code is that we don't feel safe because, this is completely out of my comfort zone. I didn't even go through university, and I'm in a university room talking to a lot of guys that know a lot of programming, and I'm here, and it's totally out of my comfort zone. We don't feel safe for some reason. We are afraid of you making fun of us, thinking that our questions are not interesting enough, and this is partly true, but I think we have to move over it. Like, I have been here for 3 days, and I'm sure I have asked many stupid questions, but I never heard someone laughing at me. Maybe you did it in my back, but it's not like a public thing, so that's okay. Another reason why we don't learn programming is that materials online, from my point of view, are not good enough. Like, I'm reading this Rails documentation, and I can't get my way around it. I tried Rails for Zombies, and I couldn't get my way around it. I went to a Rails Girls workshop, and now I can read these materials because I had someone explaining it to me. But at first, what we have online is not very good. And the other reason is that we feel alone. We are girls. We need people. We go shopping with our friends. We even go to the toilets with our friends. We need to have people around that's doing the same thing we do. It's, again, the group pressure thing. You learn to program because your friends do. I don't learn to program because my friends think, oh, my God, what are you doing with your weekends? So we need to change this, and this is when Rails Girls come in. How many of you know Rails Girls? And how many of you have been attendees or coaches in Rails Girls? It's really, really few. So I hope after this talk, many more of you will, well, I guess attendees, not because you already know a lot, but you can coach. So why Rails Girls? Rails Girls is a workshop. We do it in different cities. It started 2 years ago in Finland, and we have been in more than 40 cities so far, everywhere, in Asia, in America, in Europe. And this is organized by volunteer people that just find the idea and decide, hey, I want to organize a Rails Girls workshop in my city because I want more women in programming, or because I want to teach my friends how to program. That's what I'm doing in Prague now. I'm organizing a Rails Girls workshop in Prague for the 15th of December. And it's really cool. The format is open. You have all the guides online. You can contact coaches. It's so easy to get people to help you. I just posted a message in the Ruby on Rails Czech Republic user group, and I had a lot of people replying, and a lot of people already going to help in the event. So checking the website is really cool. You can check this video. This is a video that we made in the Rails Girls workshop in Berlin, and I think it's really a good image of the atmosphere that's there and the format that we do. Basically, what we have is a theoretical introduction when we try Ruby and we go through the basics of design of applications, like mockups and wireframing and why you don't put pictures and colors at the first moment, because we girls tend to come at with, my application is going to be red and blue and so on. No, this goes last. So we have some people telling us these kind of things, and then we have lightning talks from people that has experience, and we come out of the workshop with an application built. We also did a workshop on Friday, and we built an application. Some people couldn't finish it, but it's great to see girls leaving the room with something that's working in their laptops so that they want to go home and keep on coding. So this is what Rails Girls provides. It provides a safe environment because it's full of girls and boys that want to help girls. So it's like, okay, that's fine. Like, they want to help us. We are learning by experience because we are just not sitting in a classroom listening to someone. We are typing code and playing with terminal and the text editor and terminal and running the server and changing it and using Twitter Bootstrap. It's great. We get to do things. It's a hands-on experience. And also why Rails is because you will get to meet the Rails girls, even if you are a coach or if you're an attendee. I found that I met since April so many great women. I had this issue, like I usually enjoy more being with guys and with girls, like girls are too complex and we are blah, blah, blah all the time. But in Rails Girls, I got to meet really cool, interesting girls that have the same concerns I do, and that motivates me to keep on coding. So keep on coding. You have a one-day workshop with a previous installation party, but it's one-day workshop, and I don't think I have enough with this. So what happened in Berlin, it was very interesting. After the workshop, some of us started talking, and we decided that we had to keep on coding. And we came up with these local groups ideas. So we were talking with the girls in Finland to check if we could do it, and we created Rails Girls Berlin. And what we do is we offer to those women who came to the beginners workshop the opportunity to join follow-up workshops in which we do bigger things, like we play with new gems, or we upload our application to Heroku, and we listen to more lightning talks, and we do different things. We also organized project groups, which means that we organize this Google Talk thing, and some girls meet on a weekly basis or on a bi-weekly basis to work on something with a coach. And we also have what I call expeditions. Like, I have these things for quotation mark. You can use any word you want with quotation marks, so I call it expeditions because it's adventurous. What we do is we get together with other girls and go to user groups, conferences, campus party, or whatever. This is like we try to get people out of the comfort zone. It's okay to get together in a place with 80 girls and code and eat pancakes and so on, but you can't stop there. You have to go to the real world and come here and mix with the real developers, because we are just 80 girls learning to program, and we won't learn too much from each other if we don't go out. And the other interesting thing that we are doing is internships. Many of our coaches have their own companies or are working in bigger companies and they can give us the opportunity to work part-time with them, and we are not making any money out of this, but we work in real projects. I don't like sitting in front of an IRB and just checking what Ruby code can do. I want to work in something that's real. So this is a good way. So as I said, we are organizing this Rails Girls event in Prague for the 14th and 15th December. If you are around Czech Republic or feel like going to Prague, which is, by the way, a great city, you can stay tuned in Rails Girls, PRG in Twitter. We are still working in uploading the website and the registrations, but we will upload all the information here. So I hope to see you there, and now I leave some time for questions, comments, complaints, or whatever. I don't know if you have any questions.
Do you guys actively, actively introduce IRC or something during the session? Because I've found when I teach people coding type stuff in any kind of group, when they go home, they have questions. If they can't get an immediate response, they can drop off. So I'm just wondering if you guys have like an IRC channel and you actively introduce them to that as a way for follow-up.
We have a mailing list. We have a Google group. We also have, in Berlin, we made a website. It's railsgirlsberlin.de, where we are, people is posting error logs, and we have everybody in the Skype chat, and it's really get together. Like, even we have office hours as well with some of the coaches, like the guys at Travis CI or Devolute, even at Cobot, Alex started training some groups. So it's very easy to get feedback and get answers. Yeah. More questions?
in the building when we rent an office, we have there's a gym in the building where we rent an office, and we tried booking it, and it's girls only. So we kind of get fed up with that. Don't you are afraid that this is something going to happen like that with Rails girls, that it's girls only and it's not very fair? What do you think?
There is a discussion about it many times. What we want to do is to provide a safe environment. So saying Rails girls will basically keep a lot of guys out from it. We are not rejecting guys. We are giving priority to women because the purpose is to make women feel comfortable. And of course, if you make it open, you will get 30% requests from women and 70% requests from men. So it's called Rails Girls, which is already a reason for guys not to sign up. In our Fridays workshop, we had 3 guys sitting, and it was totally fine. Like, I would never say, no, you can't come because you are a guy. I think that's like saying you are not telling me you can't be here because you are a girl. So, yeah, gyms for women.
So does it mean we still can join and enjoy?
You can join and enjoy, and I mean, I guess most of you here won't enjoy a beginner's workshop. Well, I don't know, but you can also come as a coach, or you can come to help out, or you can come to speak. But yeah, as an attendee, you would enjoy as well. I mean, 80 women.
I came to your workshop on Friday, and I really enjoyed that.
Okay, that's good to hear. Any like, I don't know if you want to share something with the. No.
Just all fine. Thank you.
Is there any product built by girls?
We have like by Rails Girls. We have some applications loaded in Heroku. You can check in railsgirlsberlin.de. We made this application for Campus Party, where attendees would write their names and addresses and load a picture, and they would be in a map. And it's not a product. It's just a funny application. But some of the girls that met at Rails Girls have plans of working in something. It's just you need to get a lot of training before you can create something viable. More questions? Don't be shy. I'm not shy. I'm here.
Are you somehow encouraging small girls to start coding?
Girls in Rails Girls are mainly over 20. There are a lot of other initiatives for younger girls, and I'm starting to read in Twitter a lot of parents asking. I think it's great to teach girls, but I think this should be done by public institutions. Like that's my personal opinion. But Rails Girls, it's open to everyone. We don't have an age limit, either for young or for old, but mainly it's women from 20 to 35 years old.
What do you think? What's the biggest challenge for a girl to start programming?
I think it's getting out of your comfort zone. I think it is. We were talking the other day, and I heard that apparently some women think that they wouldn't be able to understand programming. I think that's stupid. I mean, I think everyone can understand it. It's just a language. I mean, it's a question of sitting down and understanding the vocabulary and the way it works. But, yeah.
One question. We had a programmer, because I'm an owner of a small company. We had a programmer. She kind of quit after half a year, and I think she now works in Java world. Do you think there's something wrong with our Ruby ecosystem that might repel women from it?
No, I love the Ruby ecosystem, really. Yeah, I think it's a great community. As I said, it's really supporting. You just have to write a post somewhere and you get instant answer. I don't know, maybe she liked the whole brackets and funny stuff thing.